me understand something. How it could be millions of people around the world saying the same thing, right? There's actually people at your event that's talking way worse than you, saying personal shit about you, bro. You don't say nothing to them. You don't say nothing to them. But the livest niggas out say something, the same thing that everybody else saying, you got a problem with them. Now, what they're saying is you respect what we say. You respect our opinion. That's all that means. You respect our opinion. But y'all gotta stop being so emotional, all right? You put on that performance. We didn't do that. But if you're gonna be mad at the niggas who say it, be mad, just as mad at all the other races and other people that say shit about you, but they attack your personal life. Be mad at them too. You know what I'm saying? But be smart, bro. Don't get emotional and do some dumb shit, dog. Don't do that. Don't do that. We rooting for y'all, bro. We want y'all to win, but y'all can get critiqued just like everybody else, bro. And at the end of the day, nobody's been more critiqued by the media than me in my life, nigga. So I know how I feel. But that's what come with it, dog. That's what come with being at the top. People gonna critique you. But if you can't take it, and you can't take the heat, bro, get out the kitchen, all right? It's that simple, bro. If you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. This ain't for you. Maybe this ain't for you, all right? But be mad at everybody the same way. Don't be mad at the two niggas who got one of the livest podcasts out. And stay tuned, because you're finna hear some more great news coming soon. But don't be mad at us, but everybody's saying the same thing, dog. But don't think for 1 second we the ones to single out, dog. I fuck with everybody, I'm out the way. But bruh, just be smart and get out your feelings, man. That shit is whack. That shit is whack. You can't pick and choose who you gonna be mad at when everybody's saying the same thing. And you be responsible for how you perform. Don't be mad at nobody else because they saying exactly the same thing that you saying. That shit weak. That's a weak ass trait to have. You dig? But in sports, you gonna get critiqued, bro. Niggas couldn't handle the shit they said about 5. And it's probably still saying. Weirdos.
All right, man. Now Steven Jackson is clapping back at Shakur Stevenson for coming at, I guess, the All the Smoke podcast. I guess they had their opinions, as you see in the video, about the Edwin De Los Santos fight. And Shakur Stevenson feel the need to sit here and defend himself against what people are saying and saying first, oh, I don't want to make excuses, and then having Aaron make excuses, then going on social media, say I wasn't feeling well. Man, I tell him this, man. I said this in one of my previous videos, the one about Charlo Benavidez, Charlo getting stripped, you know, and Shakur, you know, now might get some fights. I said he needs to take the Jermell Charlo approach. Jermell Charlo ain't go back and forth with nobody. Jermell Charlo sat there, got his check, said I'm about to go get a drink after the fight, and you ain't heard shit from Jermell Charlo since. You know, you can't fight the media. You can't fight the fans that pay the money. You can't fight the media that perpetuate your fights. They keep them in circulation. They move them around. You can't fight. You had a bad night. I had an off night, still won. That's the name of the game. Come back, be better next time. I wouldn't go back and forth with nobody, but you learn that in time. At one point in time, I'm just like Shakur Stevenson, especially we was the millennials was the first generation to really experience the social media. So how many times that we had to learn the rules, you know, we had to learn as we go and figure out what the rules are about social media. So many times that people, you done violated people on social media, people done violated you, ninjas been hating. One thing I learned I always take from YouTube was the value of how much value silence got. If you don't go back and forth with ninjas, you win. You don't have nothing to go back and forth with. The power of detachment, the power of silence. I'm not about to go back and forth. Now, Steven Jackson said, basically, he said it was people at the fight that was non-black. If you heard what he said, You know, and they were saying personal stuff about him. And he said, oh, but you want to go at us when we just give an opinion like everybody else. And he said, you know what that mean? That mean he value our opinion. But then again, like I said before, you know, you got to keep the same energy for everybody. You can't fight 1 million people, bruh. You can't fight 1 million people. Everybody's saying the same thing, but you want to pick. And maybe he thought, hey, man, I look up to them. Or they black, they supposed to have our back. Man, dude, black people be the first person with the knife in your back. I'm trying to tell y'all feel like it's some type of allegiance. It used to be when you walk into a restaurant and it's predominantly non-black and you see a black couple, you nod your head at the black couple or the next black man like, hey, something go off. We got you. It's not like that no more. It's not like that no more. You know, black people don't have a code. You can't tell nobody else kid. Now, remember you do something bad, you go up the street, Miss Johnson might might cuss you out. Mr. Parker might get at you. The Bradley's gonna get at you. You didn't heard it from 5 different people before you walked the block back to your house. When you got to your house, you know you was gonna hear it. It ain't like that no more. Your kid could have did something, could have smacked the girl upside her head and made her bleed. And Mr. Bradley say something, hey, you know, now the mama not worried about what the son did, what he did wrong. Now it's about Mr. Bradley said something to my son. You can't say nothing to my son. That's just the world that we live in now. You can't tell nobody nothing. It's no longer a village. We don't have each other back. What Jesus say? You know, I got your back, but you better protect your front, because it's niggas that pull stunts. What he said, I forget, niggas that pull stunts, they be pulling stunts. You know, whatever he said. You know, that's a dope song, though. Dope song. Dope beat, too. You know, and that's just what it is, bro. He probably looking like all these brothers, and they get, man, you gonna learn in life. And you know, a lot of people don't understand this. As you get older in life, you understand why people detach from the black community, aka the black community. You understand why people interracially date. See, when you young, you don't understand because you ain't been through the ringer. You see why people hate marriage so much, because people done been married, people been miserable in marriage, been experienced marriage, or people then got divorced and had to rebuild it all back up. You can't tell nobody something if you ain't been through nothing. And that's just the honest truth. So at the end of the day, he just got to go through it. And what you gonna learn is, dude, get your paper, cash your check, stack your bread, go on a vacation, come back bigger, better, strong. You don't owe nobody no explanation. People have bad nights. Steven Jackson had bad nights, but he just seemed like, okay. And what his message was, it was fair. You can't pick and choose who you want to go at. But then again, you can't go at everybody. Even though they already deemed Shakur Stevenson to wear the black hat because he signed the top rank, that trickled down to, you know, to casual fans, and now the casual fans don't like him. Then the video surfaced about when he was in Miami. That's just it. Some people just dealt a bad hand. The villains wanted to be the heroes too. But what you find out in life, the villains are the real heroes, bruh. You know what I'm saying? The heroes is, you know, you get behind the stage, you get behind the curtain and see they the real villains. You know what I'm saying? You embrace it. Because you didn't do nothing to be the villain. And the villain is somebody's perspective. He ain't do nothing to be the villain. So, if you know, thinking about him, that's what I learned. Being on YouTube, man, I take that everywhere. Somebody, you know, I ain't cool with nobody no more. I don't owe you an explanation. We done. Only person I feel like I owe an explanation to, I don't, you know, if we not messing around together, or we ain't cool no more, like, is family and somebody I'm in a serious relationship with. But the whole thing about that is they already know what the problem is. Because you done told them time and time again, get it together, get it together, get it together. You know, that's what I be saying, bro. Like, you ain't gonna win. Learn the power of silence and how to walk away. Look at Charlo. Died down quicker than it happened. People talk shit for a minute. You ain't see him hopping on Ninja's Live, hopping on Twitter, going back and forth, you're not gonna win. Fighting social media, fighting the media, you're not gonna win. Come back next time and put on a hell of a performance. This is what you signed up for. But you trying to defend your name versus everybody, bro, and you had a bad performance. It happens. I wouldn't have said I was compromised. I wouldn't have said, it don't matter what you said. When people make up in their mind they don't like you, it fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Do you really want to be loved by a bunch of fake love? Come on. Then you go down and they hop over to the next ninja shit and give him fake love. Do you really want to be part of that, bro? No. You know, because people who, how can I say this? People who are loved, right? They the first ones to get crossed. They the first ones somebody pull silly shit on. They the first ones to rob you. They the first ones to try to hurt you. You know, people might think twice before, you know, effing over somebody they love, but they gonna think 4 or 5 or 10 times over before they F over somebody that they fear. Not even respect, somebody that they fear. They gonna think 3 or 4 or 5, 10 times before they do that. This is why you got a lot of people that say, I'd rather be feared than loved. Not saying that that's the approach you should take. But people hurt people they love all the time. Especially when it's fake love. You know? So, I agree with Steven Jackson. He took completely the wrong approach. But he young at one point in time, I would have did the same ish. I'd have nutted up the same way. No cap, I would have nutted up the same way at some point. The same way. So, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, he'll figure it out, man. And like I said, I ain't going back and forth. And then we have a spectacular performance. You get a big win. Everybody want to hop back on the train again. Go on and run up on it. Everybody want it, man. I don't do that. Like I said, man, if you across the street, you across the street. Now, people that's being objective, he can't be mad at people that's being objective. You had a bad performance. When you had a bad performance, you come back, do it again next time. I think he bounce back. Can't be mad at them. You was in the wrong. Simple as that. So, it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all the notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Don't forget to check out my new channel, Free Game 89, FR33 Game 89. It's in the link tree in the description. Check out my Detroit channel, Mercy Sports Talk. It's in the link tree in the description as well, too. Appreciate y'all. Check out the Box News playlist. Peace.